Hi, welcome to Blocks Restoration. Hope everybody is okay. And then today I'm actually going to show you what's happening, right? So, as we know, we'll start at the beginning of the garage. We have the body. We're not touching that for now because lost, right? Hence why it's hanging. Over here, I have, so my floor is not, as you can see, that's not the normal VW pans. That's a stainless steel galvanized, was galvanized steel. I turned it into basically rubberized steel. So that's my body, or my floor, right? This basically goes over, like where your seats would be, and then your seats slot into there. So that I'm gonna figure out. I might still use that, or I might just figure something else out. The steering column, that is still the stock steering column if I remember correctly. I am hoping to keep that. On here is the it's just the fuel line now. If anybody can help me with this, the fuel line. This is that's just broke. Yeah, so this just broke. So then if somebody can help me with the fuel line, is it metal? Is it a tube? Like, yeah, I just need a bit of info on that. Then this little tube here, I'm not happy with. It basically goes over. So if you're sitting, this part goes over and is like the beam. It basically holds up your steering and the what do you call the thing? The window, the front window, right? That it was not stable enough for me, not strong enough for me, because number one, it was attached to the fiberglass body and then attached to the mirror, and the window, and I'm not comfortable with all of those things holding each other. So that will be remade, right? Now, other parts that we have, it's the transmission, right? I pulled off both of those axle tubes. There's the axle tubes. Each axle tube is next to its corresponding box. As you'll see, it will be right axle and left axle, right? Either or. That's that. Then, in terms of the other parts, this is fun. Here is a gear shifter here. There is the holders, I guess, for the fuel tank. That's that. It's the main bolts that go into the front beam. Everything here is still kind of like not rusted but dirty. And essentially, I'm gonna go and wire wheel every single one of them and paint them, unless somebody in the comments says that's not a good idea. But otherwise, I'm gonna paint everything, cleaned and painted, so you know it's holding. Then we have the beautiful chassis, which I've strengthened because I wasn't happy with the thin chassis. So we've got now a 4mm angle iron going from this part here, in here, and up here, up until where the tunnel reaches to about, I think it's about 3 or 4 mil. So yeah, that's the tunnel. The tunnel we're still busy on. What we need to do on here is just clean up all the welds, and we need to paint this. Then we have the front, front suspension or front beam, I guess you call it. Everything here is going to be taken apart. Everything here is going to be cleaned. Because as you'll see now, I'm on the transmission. And with the transmission, we're going to basically clean up the shafts, and I want to have them layered with this. And if you can see that, it's like so rubbery. It's like rubber. So, hoping to coat that in there. Now, there's more. Rear seat. tank. That is for the extra, so don't look at that. Sail. Back part of back seat. And metal to new metal to put floor onto chassis. That will be that one over there. That's 8mm thick steel. I'll be cutting that to go fit into the tunnel. Okay, that's that things. These are all things that like in the garage that I'm gonna be working on, that I'm gonna do. There's obviously this is here as well that I completed. Those are the washers that I made. This is from obviously the rear drums. It's all of these things. Now I can go to the back because I do also have other parts. And I say other parts because these parts won't be touched for now, right? These are like the parts I want to be busy with last. So, other part of the body, the roof, or the roof, the bonnet. Anyways, the bonnet, the bonnet. Two big ass tires. I'm still happy with it, so I'm going to keep that on. The motor, so it's a 1600 twin port, or SP. No, it's not an SP because that's single port. It's a 1600 twin port motor. People in the comments can probably tell me more. Obviously not now, you're not going to be able to see much. What I've done is it is been protected. It is within this plastic cover, if you will. So no dust, nothing can get in here. It turns over quite nicely. There's no problem with that. It's a bit tough, obviously, but that's because the spark plugs are still in there. One thing I did do with the motor as well, just seeing if I can move this here. One thing I did do with the motor is I did take it apart. Not apart, but like, as you'll see, can I get you in there? Yeah. So we've got the shocks. I mean, not too bad, that doesn't really come with the motor. But like there's the tin, there is the intake, there is the fan shroud with the alternator. Yeah, that is the alternator. It's not the generator. The coil is down there as well, which I think I need to replace. But yeah, these are clearly things that will need to be done later down the line, not now. It's a project, and we will just leave it at that. So for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to the axle tubes and I'm gonna clean them up and hopefully lay them with bitumen before I need to pick up my kids. So fingers crossed, let's go do that. Okay, so the problem obviously is this. As you can see, dirty. Right, so we need to clean this. I think we start taking that off. been cleaned off nicely. I was very careful with this. I don't want to make sure I don't eat this up too much. Make sure no content. That's just as straight like it is. So just need to try and figure out a way to keep.